For 42 miles, the Avon offers some of the finest river cruising in the country. It meanders through unspoiled countryside and passes ancient villages and towns. We'll follow it upstream from the River Severn to Stratford. We'll find many villages where, despite the motor car, time has all but passed them by. Our journey begins at the thriving Gloucestershire town of Tewkesbury. Although heading in a generally northeasterly direction, at times the Avon turns first to the west and then to the east as we follow its meandering way to the ancient abbey and market town of Pershore. A dozen or so miles of unspoiled meadows and market gardens lead to the historic town of Evesham, and from Evesham a further 11 miles brings us to Stratford. We'll be making our journey by boat, showing you all the sights that there are to see along the river. We'll be stopping off along the way as well to investigate some of the picturesque villages. And we'll be letting you know what's available in the larger towns. Opened in 1639 as a single navigation, the Avon had a checkered history, which included the Civil War and seemingly endless financial problems. In 1717, the river was divided into the upper and lower Avon navigations at what is now Evesham Lock. Although now ending above Stratford, the navigation once went to within 4 miles of Warwick. After the division, the upper Avon suffered from a lack of trade and maintenance. In 1845, the navigation was described as primitive, and in 1873 as ruinous. 2 years later, it was closed above Evesham and remained so for 99 years. The lower Avon has a special place in waterway history, for it was the first major restoration scheme to be undertaken by volunteers. In 1949, a West Midland businessman, Charles Barwell, bought the navigation, formed a trust and began restoration. The navigation on which we are about to travel would not exist had it not been for Charles Barwell. Leaving the Severn and heading towards Avon Lock, a large mill appears on the right, to which occasional grain barges travel from Gloucester. The old Avon Channel ahead offers good moorings for those who are not entering the Avon. Avon Lock is one of only 2 which are residentially manned, and it is here that you obtain visitor licences. There are a number of mooring areas close to the town, and the lock keeper can also advise on these. The attractive Dutch-style cottages are enough to tempt any boater to explore the town on foot. The waterfront is always busy here, and steerers, especially of narrowboats, should take great care when leaving the lock. The river traffic includes several trip boats which regularly ply past the lock entrance. Tewkesbury town is a fascinating blend of half-timbered and Georgian properties, and it's famed for the number of little alleyways leading down to the waterfront. In one such alley is one of the oldest Baptist churches, still looking virtually as it did when it first opened. Its Spartan interior includes a sunken bath where total immersion baptisms once took place.